program is rated A for being awesome. Ha! Who are we kidding? The show is crude and probably shouldn't be watched by anyone. But it's too late now. You're here and this ride is already underway, so enjoy it, and remember, we do not offer refunds. And as usual, don't forget this is a live show, so send us your comments and let your voice be heard, and don't forget to share and like everything you see.
Well, the other thing that I find really weird that Disney's doing is, did you see they're getting into the Goosebumps game with, what is it, Chillers? And the first story is about a, unpopular girl who makes a deal with Ursula, of all people, to be popular in school, and they're marketing these things like scary books for children. And I was like, when I was a kid, we had fucking scary stories to tell in the dark. We had the Wish Giver. We had some serious scary shit. No, it has to be Nightmare Chess. Where you use the Nightmare Chess cards to play, then that can be fun. Because it can be like a weird game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And chess. You're like, I laid my trap card down. You're like, ha ha ha. And everyone has to have the weird hair. Like, I would totally do chess that way.
They were so focused on if they could do it, they didn't stop to think if they should do it.
They should do it!
It's like Burger King's weird mac and cheese Cheeto thing.
I don't care. Bro, when you look at the Attack on Titan porn parody Titans, they look better. How do you make them look better? They don't have genitals.
They do in the porn parody version.
Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, right? I've lost track of time.
We're here, aren't we? We're on Wednesday.
Even though we just had this conversation about yesterday being Tuesday, and you forgot to text me so we could go to Daiso.
Yes.
You also had Matt. I mean, not Matt. You had Brad last night talking about his wonderful stuff, and it was great.
We're gonna rewind. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, which means it's time for Fanservice, your weekly geek field trip into the world of pop culture, where we talk about anything and everything. Spoiler alert's going to happen. We go into crazy town. You watch this show, you know, at some point in time, it's going to degrade into porn parodies of something. I'm one of your hosts, Gavin, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Harley.
Hey.
And Cassandra.
You're here to cause trouble.
So,
yeah, Cassandra's going to get some smackdown tonight if she keeps talking about my Yashahime like this.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to put the hurt on her. I'm gonna have to put the hurt on her because the official voice actors joined our Inuyasha group today and said that we're doing a fucking fantastic job. So.
Oh no! I will never denounce someone liking an anime unless it's like, was that Fantasy Girl Review Group thing? Anime that existed.
I am going to shit talk Boruto until the day I die.
I don't even like Boruto. I don't even watch it.
Let's be honest, she's going to shit talk Evangelion as well.
I think it was.
Hey, but you know, I love you enough that when I go to Japan, I'm going to at least pick you up something.
Which I discovered because I have the Photoshop camera on my phone. There's an Evangelion filter.
Yes, there is.
Is it just? Is it a sad, like you're just a sad emo kid at that point?
It's just kind of lame. It's two of them have Ava's in the back, and one has the diamond. It's just weird. But at least they did something. So for those who weren't paying attention, we weren't on last week because Harley and I did a live watch of the new Witches movie.
Chickafied.
That movie's so bad. I think Jill was speechless until the end with the farty witch parade.
Okay,
and before you go, Cassandra, they ate Cheetos mac and cheese and discovered it's not bad.
It didn't taste like Cheetos, so pleasant surprise.
Okay, so it didn't taste like the product that they. No, I was gonna say I've heard mixed reviews of that movie. It's like if you don't know that there was an original, it's fine. If you know there's an original,
it was fucking awful.
Yeah,
and there was Velociraptor flipping off toes. Like she's flying around and it looks like this.
So, Cassandra, the Grand High Witch is the only one with the toe, and it's a raptor talon. And we waited the whole movie for her to tap in on the floor like a raptor from Jurassic Park, and she finally did it.
It took till the last 5 minutes of the fucking movie, but she tapped it on the floor.
There's
I saw
spoilers
if
you haven't watched The Witches.
And I don't care to.
This is set in the American South, but they gave the Grand High Witch 3 different accents. There was an Austrian one. There was a Russian one. What was the last one, Harley?
She was Swedish.
Swedish. You could not tell where she came from because her accent was just muddled as she went.
Yes, excuse me.
I liked her
You like
outfits.
my kitty.
Yeah.
Like,
But
why
I
were they
hated
all
what they did.
snakes?
I hated how they presented the witches. They're
They were
very
snakes.
snake-like, and they have
No,
talent.
they were snakes.
So I
And then
immediately knew I wasn't really going to like this movie when I saw the witch's design, because it's like witches don't have human hands; they have these claw-like things. They have really large
but Cassandra,
They
when
looked.
they clap, it sounds like Castanella's going.
They
You
were
laughed
like.
her
They
ass
were like
off.
little. They were little crabs.
Like Zoidberg. That's what it sounds like.
So yeah, I've heard some people were like, and their noses are have really big nostrils, and
Oh,
They did.
but not
they
all
were,
the
they were
time.
snakes. They were snakes. So when she's sniffing things, she had this huge, like, animated
like,
nose.
extended out,
And
like
then,
a
and then they
stingray.
never did it again. And then they never did it again.
so
And
in
that's
the
the one
original
time.
ones they were just ugly, and they were able to hide their ugliness because the ugliness was on the inside, comes out. They literally made them,
Snake people. They were
So-
snakes. They
Let's
had,
not
like,
forget.
weird Joker mouths, and then they could
They did.
unhinge the whole face like a snake.
So is that why the kids had to be mice, because then they could eat them?
Yes, but they didn't want to eat them.
Because
They wanted
they
to
also
stuff them.
turn kids into chickens. Call it chickenified.
They were chickenified.
So let's not forget the biggest what the fuck moment was when his pet mouse decided to talk to him to go save the other mouse. And we were just like,
I was like, I called it. The mouse, the little white mouse, was a little country girl who was an
Yeah.
orphan.
out of nowhere. But
And grandma was a voodoo witch.
yeah, and the dinner party scene was the most entertaining part of that entire movie.
We're gonna
Well,
look for
okay.
clips so we can do it to the 4th of July parade music.
So
And then when the fat witch that was just like, no, bitch,
Yeah.
give me that food.
So there's
Give
this
another-
fat guy witch who was just eating all the soup while everyone was turning. Like he did not give two fucks because
Like,
when he turned
somebody
into a
would
mouse in this
explode.
movie,
Yeah, somebody would explode and then he'd reach over and grab their bowl of soup and keep eating.
Yeah. so the way you turn into a mouse in this movie is when you drink the potion, you fart purple glitter, shoot like a bottle rocket, and turn into a mouse in midair. So imagine 20 witches fart bottle rocketing into mice. It's just everywhere.
Does the head mouse die the same way?
She gets eaten by her cat.
Very lame.
Sadly, the original
even
way that
show
she
it.
died was the guy who was protecting her at the time because he hated mice killed her because he thought she had
Yeah.
rabies. It was like, there's the irony,
So-
yes.
Nope, she was just really ugly as fuck and angry, and then her cat ate her.
Oh.
Well, we had
Well,
such
we
a
all
good
know
time.
the cats really want us dead.
We are going to do Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving.
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
Well, I'm
You
going
got
to be
stuffed.
Nasty
unfortunately, I will be in
bitch.
Temple that time with my in-laws who actually really love me. So it is.
Yeah, we've
You
been.
know how weird by the way, in my life, you know how weird it is to have family that loves you that's not like blood related? Like you have to remember, like, except for
I
the
have
two
Gavin.
people, except for the two people that are like
And
in
Phil.
my house, that are like, my brother and my father, like all the rest of my family does not like me.
It's okay, I have Gavin. Gavin's a good,
Yeah.
awkward older brother.
We decided that we had so much fun. We're gonna do more board games. We're gonna do more random kitchen shit and more watch
We're gonna
parties.
do a really, really dumb, like, holiday movies. Like, thanks to Phil, for Christmas, we're watching Santa Jaws.
Oh, I wanted to watch that movie.
We're watching Santa Jaws, and those two, Harley and Jill, have never seen Jack Frost. I'm gonna rock y'all's world.
Time out. Let's clarify. Are we talking about the Michael Keaton movie or the
No one
Michael
ever talks about the Michael Keaton movie. It's the only one that counts. Where'd you put them cookies? Antifreeze. I don't want you to get cold.
The pun level of that.
Oh, we have to watch some bad shark movie too with Nazi sharks. Thank you. Nazi sharks.
Sky Sharks.
Sky Sharks. Oh no! You know what we have to follow Sky Sharks up with? Shark. What was it? Avalanche Shark.
Yeah, all those weird offshoot
shark attacks.
We're gonna watch lots of fun, but because it's the holidays, we're watching a bunch of crazy holiday ones coming up. So our next watch party will be on Thanksgiving. You stuffed full of turkey. Come watch a turkey stuff a teenager.
You got stuffed and say nice tits, bitch.
Actually, it's a college kid, right?
Yeah,
They're college kids in this movie.
They're all college
yeah,
kids.
yeah. They have to. The new movies have to say college because that way you imply that they are over 18.
Yeah,
You used to be
they're
high
over
school
18.
kids, but you have to explain to the people that they're high school seniors. Otherwise, it gets kind of pedo-y.
Yeah. So we have a lot of TV news we're talking about today.
Wait. What is Harley doing? I mean, we just talked about getting stuffed, and all of a sudden we got crotch shots.
She just disappeared. Her green screen guy. She's gone.
No, she was getting up, and then she looked like she was trying to show us.
She just flashed out her crotch.
Yeah.
No, I ran away.
Okay.
But
I had to
came
get
back.
the very next day.
Anyways.
Hey, you so grapes?
Let's start on all this fun TV shit that hit these past 2 weeks.
Unfortunately, it's gone.
Damn, it's green.
I know. Oops.
What the hell is wrong with you? What are you doing today?
You know, I never did.
Ah!
There we go. What is that? My Hero Academia?
The new My Hero Academia movie.
Yeah, I want to see that movie.
It came out yesterday, so go to your local store. Walmart luckily had these. Everywhere else is sold out. Best Buy has them in a metal case, but I don't want a metal case.
I want a metal case.
I've never understood the metal case.
I don't either. But hey, there was a case.
But Julie, hey, there was a case. Yeah, so let's start with today, because they already released a preview for Animaniacs, which it looks like Animaniacs. Let's be honest, I'm excited.
It looks fun.
Today they said
we're the same.
We're bringing back Tiny Toons. I was like, are we out of ideas?
We're we're all a little
loony.
I am okay with this.
TV.
As long as they do not go back to the want to go down the hole. I don't want to see fucking baby
want to go
Fluffy.
down the hole.
I don't want to see any of that.
I want to see. So they're doing. So with this Animaniacs reboot, I wonder if Mindy or Myra and Buttons are gonna come back.
I think it's just the Animaniacs.
Okay, lady, I love you. Bye bye.
That's all they've talked about. That's all they've shown. I don't know if they got.
I'm gonna be really sad to not see Slappy too.
Slappy, yes.
I'm gonna be really sad if Slappy and Mindy and Buttons aren't there.
No, the one I want to come back is either the Good Feathers or
dude, if they don't bring the Good Feathers back, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, Good Feathers would be cool to bring back. And I'm trying to remember the last one. It was not Good Idea, Bad Idea was always fun. I always love those.
They could probably bring that one back
turn.
just because there's not attached to any voices that we know.
Except for a Tom Bodette sounding sort of guy who's like, good idea, da-da-da-da. Bad idea, da-da-da-da.
There's plenty of those.
I want to know why they decided to bring back Tiny Toons.
I want to know, why are you bringing back Tiny Toons?
Because
it's hard to bring back Tiny Toons because it's kind of like bringing back the Muppets Babies again. And I'm like, why did you bring back Muppets Babies?
Because it's a whole new generation. And I understand Muppets Babies. It was good kids TV. It was good for toddlers and things like that. I don't like the CG. They should have done puppets.
Yeah, Dorian doesn't care for the new Muppets Babies. He
Well,
likes
they
the
could do it in the
Fonzie.
cartoon, like they originally did.
Yeah, I just don't like the
Not
CG.
originally,
It's
but
weird. It's very awkward. Like, cause we tried to let Dorian watch it, and it was just weird as shit.
or
Well,
the
let him
original,
watch
like how they
the
had an
Tiny
animated
Toons.
version of it. I think they're doing Tiny Toons because my wife even said it when we read this. It was like they saw everyone lose their effing mind, like it being on every news outlet across the world. That like the 20-second teaser they did, and then the full like minute and a half trailer they did, and then like the whole Welcome to Jurassic Park parody they did, and it's like, well, if this thing, so why don't we get the thing that started Animaniacs, which is let's go do Tiny Toons. And
My
because Tiny Toons is where
only-
But
Animaniacs started.
Animaniacs came first.
It did.
No, it's Tiny Toons. So Tiny Toons comes first, and then
Nope,
this entire.
We're doing this.
So the only slight reservation I have about these reboots is when the creators keep walking out of them or they're not included. So happened to Animaniacs. Creators were just left out. The people left
Tiny
Avatar
Toons
live action.
Is September 14th, and then Animaniacs.
And then there was Freakazoid.
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, Tiny Toons did come first because it came September 14th, 1990. Animaniacs is September 13th, 1993.
Okay, because there's a kind of pseudo Dactyl pilot of Animaniacs in Tiny Toons where they find these three retired, they're stuck in the water tower cartoon characters from Black and White
I remember
era.
that.
Yeah, and it's a tall, skinny one, the girl, and a shorter one of the male that have to eating. And they're like, well, I guess we're out of a job now. What do we do? And the episode ends with them doing Hollywood Squares for every retired thing. So yeah, and then of course then later on all of a sudden Animaniacs shows up and it's like the same premise as what happened to those three characters.
Well, we all know
it's also going to
Animaniacs
streaming,
is better.
which means there's not going to be many limits. So hopefully it goes really well. Let's get this Yashahime talk out of the way. You two go at it.
What? I think it's a good idea. They got a great cast. I mean, the fact that they've got several really talented actresses that play the characters is great.
Funimation apparently picked it up. So the voice actresses are dubbed they're known Funimation voice actresses. So Morgan Berry, Kira Buckland, and why am I blanking on the last girl's name?
I have no idea. This is so unlike you.
It's so Funimation has a bad habit of changing things. So that is one of the main concerns is Funimation going through and changing things to fit a proper agenda. Much like they did with Sailor Moon. But
they didn't have Sailor Moon.
They got Crystal.
Oh, they had Crystal. Okay. I thought you were talking about the original. I was like, that's deep.
No. Yeah, no. We knew they were going to jack that up, but when they got Crystal, they kind of changed. I mean, either way, there's things that get lost in translation. It doesn't matter what company that does it. But, the main concern was Funimation got it versus they are still partnering with Viz. So it's interesting to see where this is going to go. We only have the voices for the main three girls. We don't know if they're getting the original cast back. We already know Monica's story she retired. She's not going to be Kagome anymore. So it's, can they get the same girl they got to do the final act? Can they get Richard Ian Cox to come back and voice Inuyasha? Is David Keys going to come back and be Shomaru? Because the parents are a main part of the storyline. They may just be little flashbacks, but they're still a main section. So since they've only announced the main three girls, there's a lot of concern where the American dubbed series is going to go.
I actually, like I said, I'm glad they got sound like they got a good cast. So we'll be happy to see. I mean, this season of anime has also just been really good, so I've been enjoying.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot
we're
of the new
4
shows.
episodes in. Like, we're 4 episodes into Yashahime, and I am I'm like, I love anything in Inuyasha anyway, but I highly enjoy it. It's not a very predictable anime. I'm going in every week still guessing. So it's very nice to not go, oh, this is predictable. Oh, that girl's top's gonna come off. Oh, look, magic spell, her clothes fell off. That guy sneezed. Oh, look, her shirt fell off. No. Rumiko.
What do you think? What are you afraid of that they would change?
So with the main argument that's going on in the community right now, the entire fandom is split between the Rin and Shishomaru relationship. It is the biggest blow up I have seen in years over anything
It's
anime.
a TV show.
Exactly, and so it's a TV
They
show
wrote it
based in the past.
Specifically, the way they want to make it to tell the story long term. You're not telling the story. You're either a fan, or you're not a fan, or you're that one of the two who like what they do, but if you don't like it, don't watch it.
And that's what we keep saying every week. But I am now an admin for an Inuyasha fan page, and the official Inuyasha fan page. I didn't ask for this, but every post I see, it's constantly either Shishomaru and Rin, people that like the Shishomaru and Rin relationship, and then you have those that are like, Shishomaru is grooming, it's pedophilia. I'm sorry. He wasn't her father. He never raised her. He basically said, you can follow me, I don't give a shit. And then he didn't feed her. He didn't, he took care of her because he felt at some point responsible for her well-being. She followed him. And then when the end of the series happened, he ditched her in a human village and said, make a choice for yourself. There was no grooming involved. He didn't raise her. And so this is the biggest blow up. Like, it's been canon since the end of the series when they did the audio, the final audio set. But there's people that are now losing their ever-loving mind. Like, they've got a petition going on to see if they can get the series canceled because of it. They're only trying to get 100 signatures. Like, they think 100 signatures is going to change something. But I'm like, this is
it's like the 10,000 people that said they were going to boycott Star Wars if they didn't get rid of Rey.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like you
don't get it.
It's like if you don't like it, then don't watch it, but don't go through and try to change the story to your agenda because you don't like it.
Well, when you go through these, how many of these people that are against it do you think actually understand the storyline, or are they just taking things at face value? Because
they're doing the typical American thing where they're like, oh, I heard this word. This is a very popular word right now. And this is what I'm going to throw it off as. Like, they don't take into account this story takes place 500-something years in the past. This is the feudal era. Like, even in America, girls as young as 11 were getting married. You were an adult the minute you could work. So I mean, they're acting like this is a new thing, and it's not. They're putting their own spin and feelings on something that doesn't even happen in this country.
Well, this goes back to the eruption over the Lady and the Tramp live-action movie poster, which I found completely insane.
There was a controversy on that poster? I don't remember.
It was grooming. He was an old... because he was an old dog and she was a younger girl.
It was grooming for women being subject to older men. Not looking at the story that he was a dirty street dog and she was a pampered red dog. It's Lady the Tramp. We all know the fucking story. It is not an old man, but it made people uncomfortable to see an old-looking dog and a young-looking dog on the movie poster that they attacked Disney. And I cleaned up my friends list on Facebook. Anyone who agreed with that, they were gone. And so
see, and I never saw it. So
here's another instance where they're taking something that they don't understand or don't want to understand, and they're causing a controversy about it.
Yeah, it's like for me, a lot of the people I'm seeing using the term grooming when I'm reviewing the post before I can approve them, they don't even know what grooming means. They don't. And to me, it's hilarious. And I'm like, it's kind of like the cultural appropriation bullshit.
It is.
It's
but it's
Americans.
Also,
it's white Americans looking for a reason to be fucking offended.
And that's too easy. But we also have to remember that's a completely different culture that made that we don't 100% understand. That's a history and a timeline of things that we don't understand. And we can't just blanket everything. And I'm going to say a very unpopular opinion right now. No, I'm not. I'm not even going to go there. We're not even going to start this argument today. Someone said, "Howdy, all. Nice cheer man." The bottom left. Oh, our butthole demon. His name is Kevin.
Kevin.
He's our mascot. We hope you enjoy him.
Kevin's
we want to make a
butt.
puppet of him and sometimes put him on the show because Harley's obsessed with Japanese demons, and we decided
Kevin's hilarious.
We decided to create a mascot, butthole demon. Give him a name, Kevin. So
for Christmas, we will be making a Kevin Christmas ornament for Gavin's tree.
Are you? Because I'm making all these ghost ones. I don't have time to make any more Christmas ornaments.
No, I've already got the ornament set up. I gotta just print him off on the Cricut.
I was about to say because my tree's going up the day after Thanksgiving. I mean the day after Halloween.
I know.
I got to rewire my entire tree.
I'll have Kevin when I come for Thanksgiving. I'll just like hang him on the tree and then just like butthole the eyeball as it spins around your tree. Gavin has a spinning tree, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. He's fancy.
It spins. It's got Yoda on top. It's 10 feet tall.
He's swanky. Unlike my tree, where I have to have 4 different trees for all the Hogwarts houses, along with my train set that wraps around all my Christmas trees, and then I have my entire Hogwarts village that goes across my mantelpiece. And then this year I was kind of disappointed because they didn't have a Diagon Alley or it was just like so sad because it wasn't Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley this year. It was Hagrid's Hut. But I still got it.
Who makes it? Is it
Hallmark?
Okay.
Hallmark makes one every year. This year was Hogwarts. It was Hagrid's Hut this year.
That's weird. I don't have a Christmas village yet. Like one time they did that Mickey's Toontown one. I would have loved to have gotten.
They have a really cute. They have a really, really cute Nightmare for Christmas one this year.
I saw that one, but like it goes into my tree. It goes into my outside stuff. Anyways, yeah, as a culture, we need to stop about everything. It would be nice if we weren't doing. Oh, this dude really likes our designs. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Biohybrid over on Plexstorm. Hi. Yeah, our logo represents the old school and the new school. So I've kept it because I loved it. That's one of my favorite things ever designed. All right. Back to
my
TV
Christmas
talk.
tree, by the way, is a picture on a wall. I have no room in my house.
I want to talk about this Willow series they greenlit. Does anybody care?
No.
I like the idea. I mean, supposedly Lucas and had ideas for more Willow stories. There were kind of hints at the end of the movie.
Never finished the original.
The child. Yeah. So he had more ideas for stories. Yeah. So it's like anything with Lucas. He didn't finish it, didn't start it, but yeah. I actually can't wait to see this. I mean, it would be nice to have more of that universe. It would be kind of cool to see what happened to at least 4 of the characters.
So my Willow expert is actually in the other room. So like everything I know about that movie is because Jill quotes it repeatedly, which is why I never finished the movie. That's why I never finished that movie. Yeah, I never finished it. Will Phil watch Tu Wong Fu with her so I can stop having to watch Tu Wong Fu?
because I prefer Priscilla Queen of the Desert. It's much superior. He loves Tu Wong Fu. He thinks it's superior, and I tell him he's full of shit.
I think both are right.
So I had to watch that. I never got to watch the 15 times she made me watch that movie. I never got to watch the movie all the way through because she just skips through the movie to her favorite parts. And then finally, I was like, screw it, I'm gonna sit down and watch this damn movie without her. So I finally got to watch it, and I'm just like, okay, it's okay.
Which one, Tu Wong Fu or Willow?
Both of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I really love Willow. I do like that some of the really bad, horrible things that Lucas put into it. Like he's a very petty man apparently when he doesn't like critics and whatnot and people who question his some of his stuff. Do you remember the two-headed potato monster thing?
Yes.
You know what the two heads were called?
What?
Siskel and Ebert.
Oh my god.
All the monsters are backstage names were film critics he hated, and when he killed them, he would have joy in watching the actors kill the characters that were named after film critics he hated.
Let's be real honest. George Lucas did not tell the best movies. It was for him it was a fluke with Star Wars because Empire was far superior. Then he went back to his formula for Return. American Graffiti is just eh. And the prequel trilogy, as much as I like them, are racist and just not as good as anything, except for episode 3. Episode 3 is amazing. And what he wanted to do...
I think the fact that what saved the original episode 4, the original movie, which by the way, we got to remember, it wasn't called that. It was just called Star Wars.
We know.
Star Wars.
It was the fact that 2 of the actors looked at the script and said, this is unactable, and they fixed it. The editor fixed it, and George Lucas's best friend, not Steven Spielberg, the other one that stayed with him the entire time, told Lucas, no, you have to be real. You have to be real with this. What you're making is not very good. And then they fixed it. Between 5 people, they made those movies better. And the fact that Lucas still says to this day, Empire Strikes Back is his least favorite of them should tell you something.
That's the best one of them all. But it was also the fact that he did something different. He had his different effects. He created new ways to film this movie. But then he ruined it. He ruined it with special editions, which are mostly okay, except for Han Solo walking on Jabba the Hutt and that fucking god-awful Jabba's band scene in Return of the Jedi. What was wrong with the Snice Noodles band? Just the puppets? You did not need a screaming gerbil. And
there's no Han shot first. It was Han got the only fucking shot off.
Yeah. There's a few things he decided to fuck over, but...
Hey, so the midichlorians got to say too.
I wonder if it's really gonna... Because Willow was Warwick Davis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's coming back for it.
He looks like an old prune now. Like, is he just going to be the old midget?
No, he's old. He's going to supposedly play Willow, but or supposedly kind of Willow. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting.
I think they should not call it Willow. They should set in that world, but focus on different characters because no one wants to watch Warwick Davis on an adventure anymore. He's old and decrepit.
I mean, literally, he's actually got some bone issues in his legs. So
I wasn't trying to be, literal about it. God.
Well, no. But I'm just also pointing out that we're not meaning we don't want to see Warwick Davis act. I mean, Warwick Davis acting would be nice to do. I mean, the man deserves it.
He doesn't know how to act. He whines, Matt Ryan, and he waddles
He was great in Harry Potter.
I was gonna say
he didn't have much to do except go. Where did you get that sold? I mean, he was perfect for a goblin.
No, he was Professor Flitwick.
Yeah.
Who had 5 scenes in the entire series.
Look, if an entire fan base can be built on a guy with 2 lines and one of them being
bitch.
He has 4
they make fan bases
lines,
off anybody off Aura Singh. Do we need to go there in Star Wars? Or any of the other characters you see for 2 seconds in the background? There's a following for the Death Sticks kid who was selling drugs to Obi-Wan.
What I'm saying is...
Seriously, he had 4 lines. 5 if you conclude the ah. Put Solo in the cargo hold. He's no good to me dead. As you wish. There's one more. Oh God, Jill's gonna hurt me because I can't remember the last one.
Jill, hurt her.
But
She's in her
I'm just.
She can't get me.
I'm just saying, I want to see more of that universe. It was a fine universe. It inspired a lot of D&D campaigns. So,
There
you know
are
what?
better
Out of
things to
all
inspire
the,
D&D campaigns.
I'm just gonna say this. Out of all the things that like, hey, we're gonna bring this back as a series, I find it unoffensive, and at least because there's no built-in lore.
Hold on. Let's back up.
There
What
is
could
built-in
you
lore.
possibly find offensive?
No,
about
as
Willow?
in, no. I mean, as in, what I'm saying is like, hey, we're redoing blank.
That the
like,
magic wasn't in this finger.
Now the question is what the porn parody of Willow would be.
Oh, they probably already have one. It's like little porn midgets that they spin around. Because
that is the only thing I'm offended about. Was which finger does the magic lie? It's not this one. Are you sure?
What I mean by offensive, I don't mean like I can't believe they're exploiting like short people in their film. I mean in the sense of like, why are you doing this? Like, why are we rebooting the Addams Family again? Why are we doing this? Like,
we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Well, no, I was just using that
because
as
Addams
overall.
Family is a cult classic. Willow
What I'm
is
saying
not.
is like, hey, there is
That'd be
lore
like
to Willow.
them redoing Willow is like them doing the God, what is that movie with the stupid Tim Curry as the devil?
Legend.
Yes, that'd be like them fucking doing Legend.
Legend didn't need a series. It was a very my mind is racing.
I'm just thinking actually that wouldn't be that bad either because we just call it the Legend of Zelda TV series at that point.
All right, next up. Yeah, the middle finger is always okay. Assassin's Creed. Does anybody care about this?
Nope.
Netflix.
Movie
sucks. Not a fan of the
movie
video.
sucked. So everyone's thinking about this one is, well, look how good they did with The Witcher. And I'm like, yes, but they didn't follow the video games in The Witcher. They specifically said we're following the books.
Which
and there's
The
not
Witcher
a good book.
is well done.
Yeah, The Witcher is well done. It's very well done.
Yeah.
And I want to see Jason Momoa come back as the second one.
Just because you want man meat, we've already talked about this shit. You want to see ass and crotch and pecs, like
I don't want to see ass and crotch. I just want to see the nice. I want to be able to wash my abs. I want to wash my clothes on them fucking abs.
I don't have a lot of faith in this one because their lore is already really screwed up. I've been following it. It involves aliens making humanity and
I don't understand. I don't even know how this game series was so fucking popular to begin with.
Because it was beautiful. It was a breathtakingly beautiful game full of constant repetition. You went here, you climbed there, you sat there, you killed them, open a new section. You went here, you climbed there, you sat there, you killed them, a new section opened. I played the first game.
So the thing is, you have to remember the first Assassin's Creed was way back in the summer of 2009 because it was the 2009 was like one of the best years of gaming. It was the first.
I love how Cassandra knows all the dates.
Because the summer of 2009. Well, the summer of 2009 was like 5 of the biggest franchises got started at that point. It's considered one of the best years. But Assassin's Creed was before Ubisoft had the Ubisoft formula. That's where it starts.
I actually don't.
Was Far Cry and Assassin's Creed.
Both games I hate with a passion.
Well, I mean, if you're not a fan of open world games where you have to dick around in towers all the time, yes, I can understand that. But
Nobody wants to dick around in the tower.
Well, apparently a couple billion copies later out of 9 games now at this point, 10 games.
They need to stop.
You can tell I like horror games better. Because anytime they put out a Silent Hill game, my ass is all over it.
Yeah, too bad they haven't made a Silent Hill game.
Too bad they're doing The Room.
Medium? The Medium on Xbox?
Yes, did you see they're doing The Room?
Yeah, I saw
they're doing Silent Hill 4.
Wait,
I also
no, as a game.
Did you watch?
They're redoing the game, so it's playable again.
Yeah, did you watch?
Ooh.
The gameplay from Scorn on the Xbox.
Yes.
You guys can play Xbox with me, bitch.
I will eventually pull my Xbox out. So for those that don't know, I am a huge PlayStation gamer. I like my RPGs. So I have a very hard time switching back over to my Xbox, which I do have. But it's hard for me to find a decent game that's worth me like switching systems because I'm lazy.
You haven't even touched Games Pass. Trust me.
I haven't.
You'll find lots.
What's Game Pass?
That's what I have PlayStation for.
Bitch, don't even try to pretend. You have Games Pass.
I do. I've already downloaded 6 games off that damn thing.
Isn't it amazing?
I
just released Night something. And it's like a detective game where you play a cab driver who a serial killer tried to kill, but you survived. So you have to help a corrupt cop figure out who it is by picking up people around town to try to deduce who it is. So it's one of those thinking games.
This sounds like a game that was made by the person that did Heavy Rain.
No, this is far superior to the Heavy Rain. The entire thing is you have to solve the mystery of who tried to kill you and what's going on in this corrupt town, plus a whole bunch of flipping other side stories going on at the same time, but only being a cab driver and listening to people talk.
Yeah.
You have to
while juggling day-to-day life.
That would be super fucking easy.
You think so? But I played Soul Survivor. That was a badass game where you're already dead and had to solve your own crime. That was a fun game.
I just want them to do another Silent Hill game or another Project Zero.
I want another Silent Hill game.
Wow, all we have to do is hope Konami one day gets off their ass and make video games that aren't sports games or a pachinko machine.
Here's why I enjoyed the first Silent Hill so much, because it was the first game that used spatial sound. So if you had a sound system, you could tell where things were coming from. And now with Dolby Atmos sounds, just remix Silent Hill. Make a fucking 4K Atmos-enabled Silent Hill. I will be done.
You know what really makes me really sad? They did. I have the...
It's garbage. They got rid of all the fog.
No. You can go through... No, they didn't get rid of the fucking fog. What they did is they have it as a setting where you can control how much fog is in there. So if you want to change the color of the... For people that are chicken shits. They also have a setting where you can change the color of the blood.
Well, that was actually...
So you can have like green and purple, and you can make the blood go away. It's for people that want to dumb down the game to make it not as scary.
So it's, yeah.
Or you can double the fog and make it even worse.
So Konami will not ever release a new Silent Hill game. They already got rid of any chance of that ever happening. But you will be able to play the pachinko slot machine Silent Hill game or the pachinko's Metal Gear game if you go to Japan.
Yeah,
because they're not going to release any more stuff in America except for good old games getting good old games and Nintendo getting the anniversary editions, but even they were in charge of them. They let those the same people who did the Mega Man re-releases.
That's okay. I'm gonna get a pachinko game and I'm gonna get my hands on one of those slot machines because I have the arcade game in the garage.
So yeah, Konami will never release a game again.
Last TV talk. Tim Burton's Addams Family.
I'm in love.
Is this real?
Yes, it is very real.
So they haven't actually officially announced the cast, but every time I see, all I've seen today has been Johnny Depp and Eva Green, and you know, as much as I am all for the Johnny Depp and everything Tim Burton has to be Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, I am all for Eva Green. She thoroughly impressed me in Miss Peregrine's. So I am all for this. Like, I could see it now. If they can get Christina Ricci back, yes.
Well, the thing is apparently it's going to focus on Wednesday existing
being the matriarch. So then they have
being
to bring
the teenager existing in this world.
Then they still have to bring back Christina Ricci.
Well, what if they brought her back as Morticia?
We the people of the internet want Christina Ricci to be the new Morticia and Morticia become Grandmama.
That would be the right way to do it.
And then
that would be amazing.
Pugsley become the new Uncle Fester.
Pugsley never got a fair shake in the movies, and I watched the cartoon one again, which is
he still didn't get the fair shake, but it's
didn't
at
get a
least
fair shake.
I just like watch him watch his show with the power tools putting clothes on.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact they kept the art style, but
and what is
those
up
two live
with
action movies-
Fester going after crazy blonde women?
yeah, think he would have learned after the one trying to blow him up.
So I found the news stories for this stuff, and it seems like Netflix is in a bidding war with I don't know who. I'm assuming CBS or ABC or whoever else.
I hope they lose.
HBO.
I hope
Or
it goes to
HBO.
HBO. I want it to go to HBO because Netflix has been canceling too many good things. They got rid of Daybreakers. They keep canceling things left and right, even things that are like amazingly trending in this world. They keep
What I
canceling
really,
shit.
really want is them to fire the guy, the new guy that they got to do American Gods, so we can get our original casting back. That's what I want.
Is that where we're at with that right now? It's in limbo?
Yes. So, COVID. They were supposed to start filming in March, but COVID hit. So like the new director guy they got doesn't like the African Gods, so he fired.
Yeah, he got rid of Benassi.
And I'm like, you can't get rid of him.
That makes no sense.
He was fucking amazing.
Well, I'm just hoping Adam's Family does not go to Netflix. I'd be happy to went to HBO because they've been killing it with those series. Lovecraft Country, Raised by Wolves. Holy shit. Has anyone watched Raised by Wolves? I have so many questions about that finale.
I don't have HBO.
I don't have it either.
I can totally give you my login. You can watch it.
Gavin. Give me new things to watch.
So
spoilers, because I'm talking about it right now.
So
Raised by Wolves.
It's also being developed and executive produced by Alfred Gough of Smallville and the Arrowverse fame, and Miller Mark. Both those people are going to be the head
Isn't
of writers.
Isn't he the guy that was doing the Powerpuff Girls show too?
Yes. He's got his hands on all sorts of things. But really quick.
My thing is this is so far only been a lot of rumors. Like Tim Burton wants to do this, but I want to know how many people want to let Tim Burton touch an old TV show again after seeing the wonderful movie that was
People Like Dark Shadows. That was not a bad movie.
You're right. Totally people they love that movie. They didn't totally
American Gods is gonna return for season 3, January 10th.
Fuck, you guys need to watch this show. I have so many questions. Okay, let's move off TV talk because I'm tired of TV talk. Although we do get the 4th and final season of Sabrina December 30th. Looks amazing.
Guess we're going to your house.
You come over. I don't care. We can do whatever. Phil loves that shit. He'll watch it all the time.
Binge watch that shit.
All right. Harley, did you find it? The Kentucky Fried Chicken fire log?
I did not find. I looked everywhere for it, and I had to give up and just buy a regular fire log. I was so sad because I was gonna go roast it. That's what I was gonna use when I did my marshmallows was KFC.
So, KFC released one of those fire logs that makes y'all smell like KFC fried chicken. It got chickenified.
Chickenified. I did. I looked everywhere. It was so fucking sad.
Y'all.
There's some poor worker. There's gonna be some poor guy that works at KFC. He's like, I finally can come home and not smell like fried chicken. Hey, look, sweetie, what I got for you for Christmas. And that's how people die. This is how people get murdered.
Why would you do this? I like fried chicken as much as the next guy.
Well, so I originally thought it was only going to be in Asia because the Japanese people are big on their fucking KFC.
Yeah.
They are all about the KFC.
They got that KFC life going on.
So I was like, I told Jill if we weren't going to do Christmas at her parents, we were going to do KFC and cake like real Japanese people.
I mean, Phil could one up you. Cat Girl Nuku Nuku.
He made me the fried chicken cake, where it was cornbread for the cake, and mashed potatoes for the icing, and you put chicken nuggets on top with gravy. Shit was
I'm
amazing.
gonna have to one up Phil then, because I'm gonna do that for Mike's birthday with the steak cake.
Oh my god!
And then you make the bacon roses.
Oh my god!
That's what Mike's getting for his birthday next year.
I want to come over. I want to have a piece of cake.
The stack high fucking steaks. See, like I have to make my own steak because I don't like mashed potatoes.
What? You haven't had my mashed potatoes.
I don't eat potatoes. I eat French fries.
Those are potatoes.
No, it's kind of like tomatoes aren't ketchup. It's a whole separate entity.
Why do I associate?
It's not the same thing.
Why do I associate? I'm just look. I can understand like, hey, I'm not gonna have mashed potatoes because I'm doing a carb-free diet. So like, I'll do something else. Like but it's still potato.
No, it's not. It's different.
French fries are just fried potatoes.
I have an eating disorder, sir. Sir, I have an eating disorder. They're different. They're 100% fucking different. Because if you tell me otherwise, then I can't eat my foods anymore.
Well, I'm thinking of making cauliflower mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Just don't tell Jill first. Let her think it's real mashed potatoes.
Fuck yes, I'll do it. Okay.
I've fallen in love with the cauliflower and cheese tater tots.
They made some we were at the store and they had this bastardization of a mac and cheese that you're supposed to feed your kids, and the noodles are made out of cauliflower, and you're just like gonna tell your kids it's real mac and cheese, and I'm like, that's lying.
Question on comments for you, Harley. Is that a My Hero shirt?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It is a Deku My Hero Academia shirt from Just Saying.
So stand up so they can see it. That seems like your boobs look huge. I ain't even gonna lie.
Her boobs are huge, sir.
36 triple D.
Oh my god. Anyways.
Oh.
But I also, I bought their entire series, so I have their sports bra that matches. The only thing I didn't purchase were their yoga shorts, and that's just because I wanted to make sure when it came in that the clothes weren't see-through. And this is actually the first time in my life I have bought women's leggings that you couldn't see through the ass. They were fabulous. And then the joggers have deep ass pockets. I was thrilled.
I love how everybody freaks out over pockets.
Because you don't understand, sir. You're trying to find women's clothing. Like my leggings here that I'm wearing. It's got pockets. They're this tiny. That's it.
They're leggings. What do you need pockets for? They're like pantyhose. Put someone over
my
it.
Phone. I gotta have pockets for my phone. Otherwise, it has to sit in my bra.
That's where everyone puts their phone.
True story.
Yeah, see?
Y'all are fucking crazy.
That's where the phone goes.
Yeah, leggings never have pockets. They just come in.
They do.
I was right.
They do.
I have some really nice workout leggings that have pockets, but they're see-through again.
Because some women have started taking control of the fashion industry, and the first thing they did was pockets on everything. Pockets, pockets, pockets.
I want a bra with pockets. Can I get a bra with pockets? Hey, fashion industry.
It has 2 pockets. What more do you need?
I want them actual pockets. I want real pockets inside of the pockets.
It's so.
I want pockets for my over-the-shoulder boulder holder.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my bra on, and it's just like, which, by the way, God, these things growing in is a bitch.
I like my sports bra because I'm quarantined and this is lazy. Now that I have lived through a pandemic, I now know why everybody in Renaissance paintings were laying around naked with wine.
Because it's nice. First thing I do, I come home, all my clothes come off. I don't give a fuck.
All the clothes come off and it's, where's my wine?
Oh.
I'm taking my clothes off. Watch
it. Do you have the classy wine, or you like Phil and just buy the box of wine?
Oh no, I have real wine. I buy a $10 bottle at HEB.
He'll buy those sometimes.
and then I drink it out of the bottle because I'm a classy bitch.
No, Phil.
And I don't want to do dishes.
He likes bottles, but when I met him, he had this stupid wine bottle opener that was just screwed, but you had to pull it off. And he couldn't get off, and he smashed himself in the face with it. It started bleeding everywhere. It was a long story. He was crying on the floor.
So the best thing about my wine is its twist top.
Well, no, you gotta have cork.
Nobody wants a cork. I want a twist top, and then I'm gonna drink it the entire bottle, and you don't get a hangover because it's a good macchiato.
Next time you come over, you need to bring some Moscato, and you and Phil could just go to fucking town. He will throw down.
Me, him, and Jill will sit there and be happy together.
And I'll make fun of you guys.
Yeah. And then want to be a classy bitch.
Because I bought pineapple wine.
So I don't really like wine. I hate wine, but this stuff is pretty decent.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
Wine.
I can't do a dry wine. It's just impossible for me.
No, nobody does. No, dry wines are for cooking.
Yeah.
This one over here does dry wine.
Dry wine is for cooking, kind of like, certain kinds of sake are for cooking and not for drinking.
Oh my god, my sister-in-law had some amazing sake because that's all she drinks.
I have one called Bride of the Kitsune.
This one was like
a
cloudy
$90 bottle. This one's a huge $90 bottle that I plan on never opening.
I want to go to the Austin sake company, and I had some of their sake at a convention once, and it was really
drinking games. Someone just commented about drinking games. You want a drinking game?
Drinking game.
There's the Inuyasha one. Watch us do Super Gamer Bros on Thursdays. Anytime I bring up Space Channel 5 or Destiny, take a shot.
Anytime
by the end of the show.
You said you lost. He said Space Channel 5, Pocky.
No. What was the deal?
We win.
What was the deal?
You promised never to mention Space Channel 5 again. And if you did, ever, even commenting, you were going to have to pay, sir.
Wait. When did I say this?
Well, last year.
Yeah, you said you were going to. Yep. Because every week for like a year and a half, you were like, I'm going to bring up Space Channel 5 for no apparently good reason.
5, ooh la la.
That was in Super Gamer Bros.
No, that was Fanservice.
That was Fanservice.
Jeffrey was there too.
I'm going to call him when I get done. You guys cannot make me not talk about ooh la la.
Ooh la la, Space Channel 5.
Which is now on Steam.
And then Gavin does some really bad dancing now.
But you can now buy on Steam. It's
relatively decent dancing. Thank you very much.
I really want to get the VR version and then watch Gavin play it.
Shit, you better video that shit. You're gonna see some masterwork there.
There's no.
Hold on.
Awful.
All right, so talk about War Chief real quick.
Okay.
What happened?
It's a thing. So, a month or two ago, a lot of the original Blizzard staff left. They've been there for fucking ever and a day.
Yeah.
They left. Oh, look, he's calling Jeffrey now. They left, and they basically said they were going to start their own company, and they just announced today that they made War Chief Gaming. Shocker, it's called War Chief Gaming, but it's tabletop.
Is that the best they can come up with?
For the Horde. Because fuck the Alliance.
So here's the deal. This is one of 2 gaming studios that have now formed from ex-Blizzard higher-ups that basically were thrown out.
They weren't thrown out. They walked.
They walked, but that was a gentle way of putting it. Particularly when Activision was when EA was trying to shut Activision because they're afraid of like that ship sinking one day. But now it's just a microtransaction hell, or World of Warcraft. And it's.
Did you see that hideous transmog they're trying to sell?
No, I don't play WoW.
Turn around and ask Courtney to show you this ugly ass transmog they're selling on the.
What is this ugly ass transmog they're selling that is so hideous, and they're selling it for actual currency?
it's a sprite larder set, and I don't think it's that hideous. I actually kind of like it, and I've got it on a couple of my characters.
It's ugly as fuck. This butterfly fairy thing is ugly, and I keep seeing
butterfly and fairy? That sounds adorable.
No, it is ugly. Like, I keep seeing orcs in it. Like, I saw a Tauren in it the other day, and I was like, this is a thing of fucking nightmares.
Both of them. So one of them is doing. We actually talked about this on Super Gamer Bros. One of them is making an actual game studio called Dreamhaven.
Yes.
And then the other one's doing tabletop gaming, which is not the first guy going from video game to tabletop. There was another gentleman about, I want to say almost a year and a half ago, that he's doing a D&D or doing his own role-playing thing. It's actually here in Austin. He's doing his own here in Austin. It's not anybody from Blizzard or Activision. I think it's just another gentleman on the game. He's actually a guy from BioWare, if I think I remember correctly. This was about a year ago.
Hang on, I'm pulling up this ugly outfit.
What ugly outfit?
Hang on, I'm showing you this ugly ass transmog.
I can just stand up and look at my wife's monitor.
Hang on.
All right, so
I want to show it to the audience.
So I think it's kind of neat that basically he's like, hey, I still want to do gaming, but I want to do it under my rules. And so here's me doing tabletop.
Yeah, but you only have your rules until you need to sell something. Then you got to start figuring out maybe your rules aren't exactly the right way. That's the problem with that.
Right. So the guy who helped start Blizzard and started some of the greatest gaming franchises ever. Right. I don't see why he would want to do okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm glad he wants to do things by his way. But he's going to have to find help at some point in time, and that his way is going to have to be adapted. Just like, I mean, that's what happened at Blizzard.
Actually, in this day and age, you don't, and that's the great thing.
Oh yeah, Kickstarter.
Okay, Kevin, what? I think you have to allow share screen.
I don't see anything about it. I think you just have to share it. I don't have any options that say.
Why is my screen on black? Okay, gross. But no, I think in this day and age, you don't have to.
Why don't you just put the link in the chat and I'll pull it up.
In this day and age, he doesn't even have to ask to go to a big corporation. He can be his own little group. He can do print on demand through drive-through RPG, which does not care. Trust me, there's been enough controversy behind some of their games that prove that. And the two, he's got a built-in following already. He just has to say who he worked for, and people will back him, and then go to Gen Con or something and show off his wares there, and you'll make your money. I don't think you have to, this day and age, go to Activision or go to Wizards of the Coast or go to whoever. I think you're perfectly fine as is. And now I have to question if okay, never mind.
Oh, there it is. Let me see if I can get this pulled up.
I see it.
Why don't you see if I can get it over here?
Okay, but no, I think it's going to be fine.
I don't know.
I mean, we're
I
a
got
small
two
indie.
Skypes.
I think as a small indie media group ourselves, we should be encouraging this.
Oh, I'm always about. I've got two Skypes. Let me find the right one to pull it up in on. I'm all about encouraging these things, but I've also learned that at the end of the day, there is a reality people have to face no matter how big you are, that, especially the bigger you are, there's a lot of expectations.
You know how we're going to do this?
Hold on, I'm going to show it up. I downloaded it.
Okay, I was like, if that doesn't work, then I can just do this.
Okay, that's pretty awful.
That's terrible. And imagine giant orcs, like green orcs wearing this.
Like, is there not a horde version?
No, that's the entire transmog.
Like, I could see it for just Alliance.
Like, it's awful. It's gross. But
Jeffrey does not recall this deal.
It was in the studio.
He does not recall.
And it was actually between Jeffrey and Pocky, because I said it was okay for you to say Space Channel 5 ooh la la, but you said it, and I remember it. No, we win, because you said Space Channel 5 ooh la la.
So that's been it for this week's show. We hope you guys have enjoyed it. We'll be back every Wednesday. We'll have more fun. You can check his schedule on casualizedmedia.com. Thanks for tuning in. We love doing this with you guys. Thanks for commenting. Other people who commented, yes, they had lots of fun.
Yay.
Tomorrow's Super Gamer Bros. So we're going to be talking about, we were going to talk about horror games, but I think we're going to talk about should streamers pay developers for streaming their game?
No.
And then we're going to play Dead by Daylight.
That was an easy debate.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about
the answer is no.
Super Gamer Bros.
You won't want to miss it.
That's because you don't have the money to pay to stream the game. Technically,
but Brad has a really interesting point, because it also happened with cosplayers, that if we need to remember that. So he may chime in. He may come in and chime in tomorrow on Super Gamer Bros.
Who?
Brad.
Oh.
Okay.
Because he was remembering when they went after cosplayers for the same type of thing.
Right.
It was a conversation that was had, because if we broke down on copyright laws, then technically anime companies could come after cosplayers. But
see,
they came out and said we will not go after cosplayers because these are fan reproductions.
So we're going to talk about this tomorrow.
And then catch us, Gavin and I, Friday at Daiso.
Yeah, we're going to go Friday at we're going to live stream us going to Daiso at lunchtime. I don't know what to expect, y'all.
I do.
But I'm imagining Harley's coming out with all the snacks.
All of the snacks.
I was going to say was, if we delayed by a day, me and Courtney
I
could
can't do on Saturdays.
Well, Saturday's Halloween. Y'all, I've got a raid that morning in Destiny, and then I get my house ready, because Brad and Bo may come over. I've got Giddy's this kid coming over. I've got Harley and Bean coming over with Jill. I got Phil coming.
You know, it's Sunday is Courtney and I's wedding anniversary.
Sunday, I'm putting up my tree. I got to get it completely relit. It was a pre-lit tree. I'm ripping all those lights out. I hated it. That's going to take me a while.
All the fun.
All the funs. And then, of course, the weekend of November 10th, I'll probably may not do shows because I'll be in Destiny, but we'll see how that comes along. Other than that, bye, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be here every Wednesday, 9 o'clock, sometimes 8:30. We're deciding what our time is. And like I said, tomorrow's our video game show. Tuesday is our comic book show. Have lots of fun with it. So we'll see you guys when we see you.
Exactly. Bye.
You're like, hey, technically, what?